Hey guys, welcome to this new series on my channel. In this series I'm going to take you to my road to 2000 FIDE rating. So on my channel I have already done a road to 2000 elo on chess.com. However, chess.com elo is a lot different than FIDE, which normally in FIDE it is much more difficult to get to 2000. There are a few club players at my local chess club which are rated 2000, and they have rapid ratings on chess.com of 2300 or 2400 even, so a very big large gap still. And it's going to be very difficult. It's probably going to take years, if not months at least. Now, it's definitely going to take longer than months. It's going to take years. So yeah, what I'm gonna do in this series is I'm going to review the games that I play in the Dutch Chess Federation or in the Rotterdam Chess Federation, so the Rotterdamse Schaakbordbond. Or the Koninklijke Nederlandse Schaakbond. So a quick lesson in Dutch there for you guys. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is what I am going to do here is just review a game. And I'm going to start with the first game I played for the KNSB. So this was the game I played in, I think, somewhere last year, so 2024, and I think it was somewhere October, something like that. So quite a long time ago already. And my first external game, which was very exciting, of course. And this guy was against someone named Leonard. I'm hiding the last names just for a bit of privacy. The code, the number you see behind the names is the FIDE ID of the player I played. So if you want to look them up on the FIDE, if they have a rating or something like that, you can search it up. This particular opponent was probably some friend of someone, or I don't know, someone that doesn't play chess a whole lot. So he was not very high rated. He was a beginner. Or at least a beginner. I mean, he could play a decent game of chess, of course, but he was not playing at a local chess club for a longer period. That's why he also didn't have an official FIDE rating yet, something that I do not have as well. Very important to mention, I don't have an official FIDE rating. I have an official KNSB rating, which is something different. They track their own ratings and they have their own regulations to determine when you are eligible for a rating. And I think for the FIDE I still have to play like 1, 2 or 3 more games or something like that. So for the FIDE I will probably very soon have a FIDE rating, something like I think in a few weeks I will play for the RSB and for the KNSB this year. So I will play multiple games for an official rating. Oh, so yeah, the RSB doesn't have. I don't think those games count for a FIDE rating. I think only the KNSB games count for a FIDE rating. So yeah, enough talking. Let's get into the game, because of course that's why we're here. So what I mentioned, this guy was someone that doesn't play chess for his club a lot. I think I suspect, or at least not much in the KNSB. So he also was someone without a official rating. So I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really know how strong he was, and I was playing with the black pieces here, and he was playing with the white pieces. And let's see. Okay, so it started off with a Caro-Kann, which I pretty much always play as black. Yeah, I mean that's the opening I'm most comfortable with. Definitely looking into trying some new openings, and maybe playing the Sicilian is something that I want to learn, or maybe some other opening. But for now, I am most comfortable with the Caro-Kann, and yeah. So okay, let's see. There's e4, d4. So e4, c6, d4, d5, ex d5, cx d5, knight f3, knight c6, and bishop b5. So pretty common position in the Caro-Kann. I don't think bishop b5 is seen a whole lot. It's okay. There are multiple things you can do here. You can play knight f6. You can play maybe bishop g4. Yeah, not a lot of things to do. I decided to go for bishop d7. Probably the nerves. Yeah, I kind of know this is not needed. If you play anything else here, if you play knight f6, knight e5 is never really a threat. I guess I was kind of worried about that, but yeah, it's not really a threat. So a little bit too protective here with the bishop d7, definitely not needed. So okay, he castled, I played knight f6, then there's bishop f4, e6, knight c3, bishop e7, knight e5, and here, let's see, okay, so here there were a few different things I was calculating. One of the things that I didn't really want is that he would take my light squared bishop with his knight, which is probably all right. I think if you castle here, this should just be fine. I can take with the queen, I can take with the knight. Yeah, it should probably be fine. Taking with the knight is better, maybe. Okay, it says that taking with the knight is better. So yeah, that's something I didn't really want to do. I didn't really want to give up the bishop pair for a knight, so I decided to take here. And I thought, okay, this is quite a tricky move, because depending on how he takes back, this could be pretty tricky. If he takes back with the bishop, for example, I thought it would be a mistake, and or at least not. Yeah, and the engine says it's a mistake. I mean, inaccuracy mistake, you know, because I thought something like this would probably be favorable for me, and I thought I would go maybe now castling, and then yeah, this would probably I figured this position would probably be favorable for me, which is what the engine preferred as well, and it's exactly what happened, I think. Yeah, so. I also thought, okay, if he takes with the pawn, which was better, it should be okay, because after takes, I can take, this is a mistake probably, right? Because there's this. And now I'm down a piece, yeah, so yeah, that's why after taking here, you have to take here probably. Yeah, so there were some different things I was calculating here. I'm not exactly sure in what order I thought I calculated it, but there was also this move, of course, and then yeah, this is of course just a trick, and you can't. I mean, you have to take the knight, of course, either with the pawn or with the bishop. So yeah, there you go. He took with the bishop, which is what I mentioned, not the best thing. I castled, which is okay. So up until this point, very equal. And then he played queen e2. Which, yeah, I thought was not the best move. I thought, I don't know if that is a move that is very good. The best move for me would have been to go queen here. I decided to try to push the bishop away, and the reason why is because I could take with my knight. And now I figured that if he doesn't play something like this, I think this should be the best move. I think maybe. Okay, it's not the best move. Okay. So what is the best move here for him? He played this, which is obviously not very good. He should just move the bishop. Okay, okay. Should just not trade the dark squared bishop. That's the main thing. However, I saw that if he played anything here, I could have probably get some sort of favorable position, because this pawn is weak and this pawn is also weak. So if he, for example, plays this, I thought, okay, I can trade, and if he takes with the queen, that would be especially good, because then I can go here, and if he go back, then I can go here, and I'm attacking and I'm forking. And I think something like that exactly happened. Yeah, this is exactly what happened. So yeah, like I mentioned, I realized that you have to take with the pawn, and I yeah, kind of figured my opponent wasn't going to do that. So yeah, which is also still good, by the way. This is still -1.5 for black, so still a pretty good position. But honestly, I mean, I didn't play it perfectly the start of this game, definitely didn't play it perfectly, but after this moment I kind of took the initiative, and I showed why I'm a little bit better and a little bit higher rated than my opponent was. Because after this point he went queen e5, I went bishop here, he went back, and I went queen b6, and now I'm forking, like I mentioned. And then my opponent went knight a4, which is, I mean, it hangs a pawn in the center, which gives me a very strong center. And it's just a little too late to save the pawns for him. So after this, he is just a little bit worse. There's not a lot of pieces on the board anymore, so it's difficult to come back from losing a very strong center pawn like this. And now I am just up a pawn, and I'm doing pretty well. My opponent played c3, which is an idea. Isn't the best move, but it's okay. And here also a very instructive and very critical moment. I decided to play bishop a7, which is very important, because bishop a7 keeps the knight cut off. So one of the things that my opponent overlooked here, and one of the things that I kind of immediately noticed, is that I should keep my bishop onto this diagonal, because I need, if he's going to push c3, after this he needs to play something like this. He needs to play either of these three moves, because otherwise he's going to lose the knight. And that's exactly what happened. He played rook f to d1, and I immediately realized, okay, this is a mistake. So I played b5, kind of smirking at him. Okay, I didn't really do that, but I kind of thought to myself, yes, okay, I got him. And that, of course, is a very nice feeling for if you are playing your first ever game, which is officially rated. So yeah, b5, my opponent plays c4, which is the best move. I decided to take, he took, I takes, and now I played a5, another tricky move. If he takes here, there's this trick, of course, which wins me the rook for an exchange of a pawn and a dark sword bishop against a pawn and a rook, of course. So he played rook ad1, I played bishop b6, and g3, clearing a loft. I thought, okay, let's just simply trade all the pieces and I'm going to win. And we got into some sort of shuffle position, and here also, this is all, I mean, this is just a bit of shuffling, not really that interesting to mention. This, however, is interesting because now I played bishop e5, and he played f4, I played bishop f6, and here I played, after king f2, I played bishop b7, a nice move, threatening to take this pawn, and then, yeah, I mean, you can't really, I mean, you can check and then go for something like, I don't know, something like this, trying to get this pawn, but then I just take, and, you know, I mean, this is just very good, of course. You can also simply take with the bishop here, and then if you take here, yeah, I can take here. I mean, I don't know if this was the best opportunity, the best way to play this, but, you know. So yeah, like I mentioned, a lot of different things that were happening. So yeah, a very nice geometrical pawn win here in the end with the bishop and the rook aligning to these b2 pawn. You can't even push it, so you know. So this was my first ever game played in the KNSB, like I mentioned, at the moment I am talking about this, I have a chess rating, an ELO rating at the KNSB of 1866, I believe. The last game I played was a substitute game where I drew against an 1830-ish player, something like 1830 or something. And then I went from 1871 to 1866. I'm going to review every single game I'm playing in the KNSB or RSB this year and last year. So these are from last year. I'm going to review them, and I'm going to go on until the next year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, at a certain point, when I started getting a rating, show you every episode what rating I had, and then then I'm just going to show the progress that I'm going to make. So I'm going to tell you what the rating was, what I had at the moment of recording the video or playing the game actually. And so to speak, we'll see how long it's going to take to get to 2000. But it's gonna be very difficult because I play 18, 15, 1900 rated opponents at my club sometimes, FIDE rated, and they are already very strong. And I sometimes even play 2000 rated players, and they are very, very strong. So they are, yeah, very difficult to beat. Last week I lost against two players who are rated about 2000. And or last week or the previous 2 weeks, I had two different opponents rated about 2000, and I lost both of those games. I could have drew both of those games, but it's not easy. So okay, this was the first game, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye.